Well, good morning, everybody. Almost afternoon. I'm Steve Witterhack along with Randy Armga. We got Justin on the switcher here from Jeff's live stream, and we are ready to bring you some American Legion baseball. It's going to be great here this afternoon. Waupun has to win 2 games against Campbellsport here at the Gus in Waupun after looking pretty impressive in their last couple of games, Randy, to get to this point.
Yeah, they have. They've really ignited that offense. They're starting to hit the ball really well and, playing maybe as well as they've played all year. So, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, that game yesterday, the very lopsided affair, 13-3, 4.5 innings. Waupun knocking off the team that beat them in the first game of the tournament convincingly 6-1. But Waupun came out. We'll talk about that game as the pregame show continues. And Campbellsport, they're 2-0, so you got to beat them twice. Double elimination tournament. Winner at the end of the day heads to the state tournament coming up this next weekend over at New London. So a lot of things at stake. If you're not already here, get down here and cheer on your team. American Legion Post 210 for Waupun and back them up. But if you can't get there, you can watch it and listen to it on radioplusinfo.com and at Jeff's live stream and also on the radio station at 103.3 FM and AM 1170. We'll come back with more of our pregame show live from the Gus in Waupun right after this.
The second you climb onto a John Deere and sit in the yellow seat, you'll notice that the difference between our 1025R and the competition is more than paint deep. It feels like it was designed with a better understanding of real-world performance needs and features you'll appreciate over the long-term ownership. At Ballweg Implement, we went head-to-head with the competition to prove it.
Stop by Ballweg Implement and Ballweg Turf and Leisure today to see the difference for yourself. Just have to get in the seat. Highway 68 Waupun, North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, and online at ballweg.biz.
Have you got your ducks in a row these days? Probably a great idea to call All-Phase.
Lucky, that was pretty great. However, not those ducks. Your air ducts. Hi, this is Jackie with All-Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Dust allergens and even mold could be hiding in your air conditioning ducts. Your dryer vent could be clogged too. It's best to get them cleaned now. One of our most trusted brands is American Standard. Call 920-763-2301 or log on to allphasecomforts.com.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Day here, just 2 teams left out of the 4 teams that started on Friday night. Little Chute eliminated. Waupun kicked them out of the tournament and also took care of Omro, gave them their second loss to kick them out of the tournament. And here we are, the last 2 teams out of the 4 playing to get to the state tournament up in New London. Waupun, impressive victories, I should say, not just one, but 2 13-3 victories in 4.5 innings that Post 210 had. First of all, yesterday they knocked off Omro, knocked them out of the tournament. Impressive pitching in that ball game by Braden Daney. It was good to get some great innings out of him in that game.
Yeah, that was, I think a little bit of a gamble. They went with a young guy, but he really performed well and able to get the complete game win, a shortened game, obviously, but did a really nice job. And he pitched to contact. He threw strikes. He didn't hardly walk anybody, and that's what you need, and then they got good run support behind him, so it makes it a little easier once you get a nice lead.
Yeah, much concern after Friday when Waupun only had 2 hits and all from one guy from Evan Sowers. So the offense really erupted yesterday for 26 total runs. And one of the guys that really was impressive yesterday, Trey Schmidt, had a 2-for-3 game in both the games that he was in. He crossed home plate 3 times in that game against Little Chute yesterday, and he's swinging a great bat right now.
He has been, and I think he's been swinging a good bat all year, including the high school season, and a little bit of a surprise to me. I mean, I knew he was a solid, good player, but he's really overachieved, and he's maybe showing how good of a baseball player he is. And I said he's not a real big guy, but he hits with power as well, and he can hit balls into the gap for extra bases.
In that Amarillo game again, he was 2 for 3. Bryant Ferris was 2 for 2 and 4 RBIs in the game. And like I said, Braden Daney, the winning pitcher, pitching the distance, giving Waupun just a nice relief for their pitchers to get them set up for the games that were coming along. And then they played their 6:30 game last night. Waupun knocked off Littleshoe, the team that beat Waupun 6-1 on Friday night. And that was just a 4.5 inning ball game. They had pitchers for Littleshoe that had trouble finding the strike zone, was maybe the biggest thing that went against them in that game.
Yeah, and we talk about the pitch count being such a big factor, and it's exactly what happened there. Littleshoe, they had a really good pitcher on the mound the first game, dominating, and then, they just kind of ran out of pitching, and I think Waupun has more pitching depth.
Yeah, Jake Krager pitching for his last time in the regionals, and had a pretty commanding performance. 5 innings pitched, only gave up 5 hits. He had 2 strikeouts. Just 2 strikeouts with that was kind of an unusual number, and 2 walks in that game. But Jake, he was just lights out for post 210. Evan Sauer, a 3 for 3 game. He crossed home plate 3 times. He had 4 RBIs. He had a double in there. Trey Schmidt again, another 2 for 3 game for him. Again, he crossed home plate 3 times. Brennan Redeker, definitely a much needed bat into the lineup now, 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. And Benton Nagel, not only doing a great job behind the plate as the catcher, but man, he's hitting the ball too. He was 2 for 3 yesterday with 3 RBIs.
Right, and I think his value more as a catcher, and he's doing a good job. He's framing well, and he hasn't caught a lot at this level, but he does a nice job framing, and he maybe steals a couple strikes here and there for his pitchers, and then he throws well enough that people don't run on him. So, yeah, he's had a great tournament.
Again, Randy and I are set to call 2 games here. Waupun's got to win 2 to head on to the state tournament. We'll come back in just 2 minutes and talk about Campbellsport a little bit more right after this on Radio Plus.
Batting cleanup playing third, number 9, Ty Session. Batting fifth, playing second, number 14, Braden Booty. Batting sixth, pitching, number 20.
Hello, back pain sufferers. This is Dr. Randall Blahoviak with New Med Integrated Healthcare. Are you struggling to find a solution for the constant neck and back pain that's keeping you from enjoying life? Maybe you're wondering if you should go the medical route, or maybe you're even thinking about giving chiropractic a try. Well, now you don't have to decide between the two. At New Medical Center in Waupun, you can have the best of both worlds. Let our team of experienced medical professionals and chiropractors design a treatment plan to get you back to living a pain-free life. The healthcare team at New Medical Center will assess your condition and give you a combination of options, both medical and chiropractic, to choose from. With over 30 years of experience treating back pain, you can be assured that the team at New Medical Center will discover and address the source of your pain. Don't waste another minute trying the same old failed strategies. Let New Medical Center help get you back to living your best pain-free life. Call New Medical Center now at 920-324-9899. That's 920-324-9899. Or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
New ownership, same customer service tradition. Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving Waupun and its surrounding areas for over 50 years. New owners Luke and Logan Gans are longtime employees of Verhaeg's Furniture and are committed to continue serving the furniture, accessory, and mattress needs of Waupun and the surrounding areas. Bringing you exceptional quality from Ashley Furniture, Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Puffy Mattress, and many more top brands from their store to your home. Verhaeg's Furniture, 806 West Main Street, Waupun. Quality brands for affordable prices.
Make fast work of spreading manure with an H&S Top Shot V-Style manure spreader from H&S Manufacturing. Available in 1286, 1500, 2000, 2600, 3400, and 4200 gallon sizes. H&S has a V-Style manure spreader to fit your farm. The right-hand size discharge of the Top Shot is capable of spreading a variety of material from liquids to most pen pack styles of manure. See Waupun Equipment Company today for a tough quality built H&S manure spreader. Buy the best, by H&S.
It's the Customer Appreciation Mega Sale now at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Pork, baby back ribs, buy one, get one free. Deals on Sprite. Coca-Cola, buy two, get two free. Deals on tortilla chips, pretzels, or puffcorn. Great deals on Kemp's ice cream, Piggly Wiggly water, Kemp's milk, and more. It's the Customer Appreciation Mega Sale now, all this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Shop the pig.
Games, yes, no doubt.
Yeah, Waupun has to beat Campbellsport a couple times on the mound for Waupun. Evan Sauer, who hasn't got a lot of playing yet. He's out there in the real working world, and he's got to make some money out there. So any games during the week he couldn't get to because he's working for Central Cable, but they got him on the weekends. He loves base. He got a passion for baseball, and we got him on the mound. And the chances I think that we heard that he had during the season, he's done very well with his opportunities.
Yeah, I mentioned yesterday he's probably had more at-bats this weekend than he had in the entire season, and it's starting to show. He's getting more comfortable at the plate. And, you know, it's kind of a question mark here, Steve, how he's going to perform on the mound because he hasn't played, you know, a lot of baseball for almost a year.
Yeah, speaking with his bat, he's swinging a great bat, so playing very confidently right now. Those curveballs he's throwing there, really a lot of movement on him, and looks like he's got good control of his stuff just on his warm-up pitches right now. But Campbellsport yesterday, they won their second game. They are 2-0 in the tournament. They knocked off Omro 9-0 in the first game, and then they won against Little Chute yesterday by a score of 7-4. Campbellsport with 11 hits, Little Chute the Mustangs with 10 hits in that ball game, and they dug themselves a 3-run hole after the first inning. They were down 3-0, but answered in their half of the second inning with 5 runs, and then in the third inning threw on a couple more and then ended up winning 7-4 in that game. Their tall second baseman Braden Booty was the pitcher yesterday, and he pitched a pretty good game. And Kyler Bowe was 3 for 3 yesterday with 2 RBIs, and he's out sick today. He started the day out. He was been tearing it up with a bat, but he's not in the here today, so not great news for Campbellsport having the guy that's been really tearing it up with a bat. So we're going to start with Jace Gable. Leadoff batter now for Campbellsport. Evan Sauer on the mound behind home plate. Benton Nagel's been doing a great job. You got Brendan Redeker standing over at first base. Strike on the next pitch in. Landon Richter is at second base. Shortstop is Graham Gopalin. Got Jake Krieger actually over at third base right now. And it's on the left or right in Waupun's outfield. Trey Schmidt, Bryant Ferris, and Ethan Cunningham.
Very good curveball by Sauer right there.
Comes the 1-2 pitch. That's hit high in the air out towards left field, and getting underneath it is Trey Schmidt. Back pedals just a little bit and hauls it in for out number 1. So good start there for post 210. Cullen Rice coming up. Brody Nolan awaiting on deck. Ty Sashin is batting fourth. He's their third baseman. Then Braden Booty. He's the second baseman pitcher for them today, and batting sixth is Riley Coleman. Gage Coleman batting seventh. He is their first baseman. Zach Zimdahl is the left fielder, and then Trent Schledweiler. He is the right fielder. Did I get that right? Schledweiler? Okay, got her. That's why we have Justin up here. You can see he speaks that language of names over in that area. So Elmira, Mayville, Campbellsport, he's got us taken care of with those pronunciations. Rice fouls one out of play over on the first base side. Count is now 1-1.
Sauer looks very comfortable on the mound. Hopefully his arm holds up. I don't know what kind of conditioning he's had. Just a good athlete.
And that one catches Rice, and he's going to get a, well, you can't call that a free pass when you get hit by the ball. You pay a price for that, but he gets down to first base with one down, and that'll bring up Brody Nolan. The wind kind of heading out towards left field, a little bit more of a breeze than we saw yesterday, but just still not like we used to see in the spring when the flag was straight out.
I'll tell you what, they might appreciate a breeze down there today. It's going to be a hot one. Very few clouds.
Even without the fans that we all have blowing on us right now, that's a pretty nice breeze that's coming right through. You open up that window with cross breeze through here, it's actually makes it very comfortable. There's a 1-0 pitch, gets them to chase one that was kind of high and away, but Nolan swings and misses, makes it now a 1-1 count. Good to see Scott Van Galen back after a championship weekend over, where'd you play at? Rosendale. They had to come back from behind. This is a hard hit ball out towards center field. Going back is Bryant Ferris, and had to go a ways for that one, but hauls it in. The runner will have to go back over to first base. Bryant makes it look so easy.
He does.
I mean, that's quite a ways to go to get the ball, but he made it look easy the whole way. He just had a beat on it. He knew that was going to be a connection with his glove, and he just got to that spot and hauled it right in.
I told his mother one day, I said, you can't win defensive MVPs when you make it look easy all the time.
Yeah.
You got to get late breaks and come in and dive for those, and then, makes it look much more spectacular.
I've seen some of those players, too, some center fielders in particular that were making these diving catches, but really I thought, man, they got a late break and they didn't run real hard for it, and they just made it look spectacular at the end, but if they would have got a good jump on the ball, they would have been waiting underneath it. So Ty Sashin up to bat there, third baseman. Watch a strike one go by, right-handed hitter. A runner at first base, top of the first inning here at the Gus. This pitch is fouled out of play. 0-2 the count.
All comes down to pitching on a day like today. Who has as much left in the tank team-wise that can get through a couple of games?
Is going to get past Benton Nagel, and the runner will finally get himself over to second base. Runner in scoring position with a 1-2 count with two down. Yeah, that is the thing. That's the game you got to play. I think Waupun played that game perfectly in this tournament with the rotation of pitchers that they put in there.
Yeah, Steinbach started it out even in the loss, but he was able to go through well enough to go the distance or almost the entire distance.
He catches the bat, foul ball, makes it count 1-2.
And then Daney throwing a good game. It allowed them to have Krieger ready and Sauer ready, and I would think the next game is just going to be listed as staff.
Yeah.
Anybody that's got an arm is going to maybe used.
Yeah, I've heard some names mentioned that I'm not familiar with, and some of the pitchers they talked about, but this was definitely the guy that they were going to put in. They knew when they left Krieger and Sauer left, they were going to pitch the next two games, games number 2 and 3. Or 4, I should say for us, 3 and 4. And that one is hit between, and they're going to try to score the run. They're going to bring it in and going to try to get the out of the plate, but the throw off the mark. It backs to the backstop, and that from Sauer that kind of sailed away and high away from the catcher. They could have had him at home plate.
Yeah,
it would have been a perfect throw to get it right to the glove right where it needed to be, but they got a run in on that.
Yeah, good cutoff shot there to Krieger, but he turned and he spun. Maybe he thought he didn't have as much time and didn't quite set himself. Throw sailed wide right. And you're right. I think they would have had him.
They would have turned around. But man, they got time right here, but had to put it right on the money. So they get a run in, making something out of nothing after the first batter was retired. Got that runner over to second base, and that made all the difference. That runner scores. And now the guy that pitched that very good game against Little Chute yesterday, Braden Booty. 1 for 3 yesterday in that win against Little Chute. This is popped in the air in short center field, and calling everybody off is the center fielder. Bryant Ferris takes it over and hauls it in for the out. So they do get one run in. They strand one, and they do give up a base hit. So after one half of inning is 1-0 in favor of Campbellsport. Back with the bottom of inning number 1 right after this on Radio Plus.
Fridays, Saturday night prime rib combos, and Sunday brunch, the Wisconsin Supper Club tradition is alive and serving in Waupun. Turn off the phone and turn on to 735 South Watertown Street in Waupun for an evening outside of the stresses of the work week. The Britton House in Waupun. Like and follow on Facebook.
Have you got your ducks in a row these days? Probably a great idea to call Allphase.
Bucky, that was pretty great. However, not those ducts. Your air ducts. Hi, this is Jackie with Allphase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Dust allergens and even mold could be hiding in your air conditioning ducts. Your dryer vent could be clogged too. It's best to get them cleaned now. One of our most trusted brands is American Standard. Call 920-763-2301 or log on to allphasecomforts.com.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Okay, we are back for the bottom half of inning number one. Waupun gives up a run in the top of the inning, trailing 1-0. Ethan Cunningham bats first for post 210, fouls one off on the next pitch in, makes the count now 1-1. Brian Ferris awaiting on deck. Jake Krieger after that, and that'll be Trey Schmidt batting cleanup. Evan Sauer batting fifth, followed by Brendan Redeker, Landon Richter, Graham Gopalan, and Benton Nagel. Next pitch misses, makes the count 2-1. Riley Coleman on the mound, right-handed pitcher for Campbellsport in this ball game. And this one is hit up the middle for a leadoff single off the bat of Ethan Cunningham. There's a guy that was batting in the last spot in the order, batting ninth, and you saw him at one of the graduation parties campaigning to move up the batting order.
He was, it was jokingly, but he said, "Come on, coach, I am not a 9 hitter. You got to get me up." And he probably was going to get moved up in the order anyway. But, yeah, it's one of those guys that came back as well the extra year, and takes him a little bit longer to get going.
Let's say Brian Hill got hit by the ball out of the box.
That might be the right call. I don't have a chance to. I don't have my phone running here to watch it again. But, yeah, ball might have been out in fair territory. And so Ferris will go out.
So what do you mark that in your book for you, the book experts?
It's got to go down as interference. I don't know. I don't even know.
Still that runner at first base. That'll bring up Jake Krieger.
Never claimed to be a professional scorekeeper. I know that.
Well, I'm not. I can't even read my own writing. So what did I put on here? Yeah, runner goes, and he'll be there almost before the ball got to the pitcher. Great jump there by Cunningham. Just saw that he was all committed and just took off.
Yeah, you can hear all the teammates yelling he's going, but Coleman had already committed to plate.
Brady Nolan behind home plate. Just caught that one, and he's going to miss. 3-0 the count now to Jake Krieger. And over at first base is Gage Coleman. Braden Booty is over at second base. Cullen Rice, he is a shortstop, and Ty Sashin is over at third base. Left to right in their outfield is Zach Zimdahl, Jace Gable, and Trent Schludweiler.
3-0 count, gets the called strike.
Some chopped over. It's going to make its way out to left field, and Cunningham will hold up. Good job by the left fielder to come up on that one, but another base hit for Waupun. They're second in the ball game. Puts runners now at the corners. And Trey Schmidt, the guy swinging the hot bat, coming up to bat now for Waupun.
Cunningham, he had to wait, make sure the ball wasn't cut off. He didn't want to run into a tag out at third base. Probably did the right thing. Waited to make sure the ball got through.
Schmidt with an opportunity to put Waupun on the board. Let's pitch into him. He's going to miss outside for ball one. Now, would you have chose a black shirt to wear as an umpiring crew with all the games you've done?
Not today, I wouldn't.
Runner goes, lined and almost catches Sam Lensdown on first base coach for Waupun.
It's the night. Personally, I think it's the best looking gear you can wear is the black. But yeah, not when it's upper 80s and direct sunlight. I would probably go for the light blue or MLB blue.
1-1 pitch now to Schmitz. Swings on and fouls it back into the netting. 1-2 the count for Trey. Evan Sauer waiting on deck.
And Trey Schmidt, he's been delivering all weekend. Be a good time here to get Waupun back even.
1-2 pitch now from Coleman. Runner goes, hit it hard down the line, and it is a fair ball and gets past the left fielder. That's going to score a couple of runs here for Waupun. And that is a double off the bat of Waupun's Trey Schmidt. Again, the hot bat continues for Trey.
Not sure if the tournament has an MVP, but he's throwing his name in the hat. He has played extremely well.
And for a team that was worried about their hitting after Friday night, they've just been turning it on here. Third game in a row, and now a little meeting with the coach heading out to the mound. Nice job by Trey. Evan Sauer will be up next, but that's pretty impressive. A nice hard hit, even hard enough to get past the left fielder out there and make it all the way to the fence.
If you would have told me 2 or 3 months ago that Trey Schmidt would be hitting in the 4 spot and being one of the leaders on this team offensively, I would have thought, man, I don't know if I see that, but he has proven himself time and time again. Good for him. He's got some, he's just, is he going to be a senior this coming fall? I'm not sure. Junior or senior? He's a younger guy.
Brings up Evan Sauer. Spent some time with his dad over at Wisconsin Rapids over at the Hotel Mead.
Saw his parents were here. They must have came back.
Yeah,
He came back early. Yeah.
We'd have John usually comes up here in the booth unless he's banned from being up here. I don't know. But he told me a lot of stories, all of which I can't pass along to you after sitting out till 2 in the morning with those guys. We had a great time up there for the 10U and 12U tournaments for Waupun up at Plover. All the hotels full over in the Plover and Stevens Point area, so we went to Rapids, which is only about a 20-minute drive from the hotel to the fields. Called strike on the next pitch into Evan.
Yeah, one of our baseball fans figured it out here. He's got the UTV parked out in left field on the hill, sitting in the back. Probably got some refreshments of his own.
Evan offers on the next one. 2-2 the count now on Evan Sauer. That's a nice little spot out there.
Didn't have to walk. A couple of, looks like maybe a young person on there with a dad.
You don't see anybody over there using that. I know it belongs to the apartment buildings there, but if things are kind of open and they're not all jam-packed full, you might be able to sneak in like they did. Next one's down in the dirt on the plate. Makes it a 3-2 count.
A good read by Sauer. He had started his swing and then he able to hold off.
Hits the next one, but hits it out of play over on the right field side. Stays alive now. 3-2 count to Evan Sauer, battling against Riley Coleman, the pitcher for Campbellsport.
This is a pretty formidable offense up and down the lineup now for Waupun after they struggled a lot during this season.
Check swing foul. Hey, coming up, one of our sponsors is Our Bar, and Tana said that they have Dick C. Duncan, who we've seen play over in town. That guy's a very talented musician and performer, and he's there from 5 to 9 coming up next week, Saturday at the Our Bar. And hopefully This is chopped over towards third base. Third baseman picks it up. Sashin throws to first to get the out, but that does advance the runner over to third base. Schmidt's over at third. And now 2 down for Waupun, and Brennan Redeker swinging a good bat. He had a couple hits in that ball game yesterday.
Couple of solid base hits he had.
2 for 4 for 3 RBIs in that game. So
I think both of the hits he had, they were not cheapies by any means. He hit the middle of the baseball.
Yeah, that was one of those decisions that the coaches had to make. Bring Brennan in, who's not really a usual first base guy, or put Landon Potratz, who we saw play really solidly in the sectionals and the games that we saw during the high school season. And just a great defensive first baseman for Waupun. And he hit the only home run Waupun over the fence during the regular season. 1-1 pitch. They say that catches the outside part of the plate. Makes it a 1-2 count.
Yeah, I guess the team just felt Redeker had a little bit more offense to bring to the table.
That certainly felt like the issue that Waupun needed some help with after Friday, so that might have weighed in on the decision. But that's why we just sit up here in the booth and we just report what's happening out there. We don't have to make those big decisions that Otis has to. And Bobby, swing and a miss on the next pitch in. So going down swinging is Brennan Redeker. Waupun does come up with a couple runs. A big hit from Trey Schmidt bringing in 2 runs. Waupun now leads 2-1 after 1 complete. Back at the top of the second right after this.
For daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
It's the Cup.
Okay, we are back for the top of inning number 2. Waupun with a 2-1 lead on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Evan Sauer on the mound, first pitch in. Call a strike, and this is the same umpire that we had yesterday too.
No,
that's not okay.
No, well, the guy on the field is Kevin Schultz. Did the plate when we had the game.
Okay. This is popped in the infield, and looks like Evan Sauer is going to call for it right on the first base line, halfway up the line, and hauls it in for out number 1. Good start to the top of the second inning for post 210.
A lot of times pitchers don't take those balls, but Evan, normally a shortstop, he's like, yeah, I'm going to take charge and get this myself.
These brothers, Gage and Riley, anybody know Gage and Riley? Relation, maybe? Yeah, Gage Coleman up to bat now, right-handed hitter. First one misses outside for ball 1. Yeah, very comfortable out here, or inside the press box with all the breeze going through right now. You know, people are kind of cooking outside today. It was warm when I got up at I took a little run about 8:30 this morning. Not a run, but I went in my car to go to get some donuts. So it was a donut run, not me running. That would have been weird, but it was hot when I came outside.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Quit running in the heat, old man. Don't you know? It's over 90 degrees. Oh, yeah. I felt that if I'm running, somebody's chasing me. Call 911.
Yeah.
There's somebody behind me chasing me.
Might be your wife.
It could be her. Yeah. This is in foul territory and giving chases Cunningham and gets all the way over on the warning track by the fence along the right field side. Now, he's got some wheels, great anticipation on there, and he got it for the out.
When that ball was hit, I didn't think there was any chance. I thought it was going to fall harmlessly foul, but yeah, you're right. He had to go about as far as he could go to make that catch.
I've already challenged Ethan, too, to some pickleball. I see his dad and his sister, McKenna, out there playing pickleball. I said, you got to come along and then to knock on my door. We'll come out there and we'll play a little pickleball across the street. So his dad's big into it. He's even going out of state to play some pickleball, his dad is.
Wow.
He was cooking a lot of the burgers and brats yesterday.
Thought we were serious about it.
Yeah. Next pitch a called strike makes the count now 1-1 to Zach Zimdahl. Double Z. Trent Schludweiler waiting on deck.
I wonder if he goes by that handle with his classmates and kids. Zach Zimdahl, ZZ. Yeah, like it.
Yeah. You do something with that. You got to do something with ZZ. ZZ Top's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I was going to say
one of my
LaGrange. Call him LaGrange or something.
LaGrange Tush. Need a little Tush.
There's a classic song.
Heard it on the X. Oh God, yeah. All those 70s ones.
70s, yes.
Yeah. This one's hit hard, but pulled foul. Out of the park. Definitely got to put a charge in the ball, but directly in foul territory and out of play.
Yeah, since you were all loosened up from your jog this morning, you could probably go get that ball because that's about 300 yards.
If I was jogging, I wouldn't be loosened up for anything. I'd be with a backache and knees aching right now. And, ooh, that is strike three. Watches that one go by high in the zone. So 3 up and 3 down. Nice defensive inning for Waupun. Leading now 2-1. Their half of inning number 2 coming your way right after this on Radio Plus and Jeff's live stream.
Sale now all this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Shop the pig.
Ballwig Implement is your John Deere Gator headquarters with a full inventory of new John Deere Gators for every interest and need and special deals. Now through July 31st, take advantage of cash off or low rate financing for qualified applicants on the Gator of your dreams.
Okay, yeah, we are back here for the bottom half of inning number 2. And up for Waupun, Landon Richter fouls one and just does make it back on the ground in play yet over by the Campbellsport dugout, but that falls harmlessly to the ground. Just a strike on Landon. Graham Gopalin awaiting on deck, and the hole is Benton Nagel. Nice production out of Benton yesterday. He had a couple hits, 2 for 3 in the ball game, that second game. This one is swung on and fouled back into the screen. 0-2 the count now on Landon. This guy, we could definitely possibly see him on the mound here today if there's 2 games here today.
I would think so, yes.
That one low and outside. 1-2 the count now on Landon.
From what we were told, Richter, the only senior young enough that would be able to come back for an extra season next year.
Popped again in foul territory in the first baseman this time. Underneath it and hauls it in the glove of Gage Coleman. A little battle up there, but finally gets Landon to pop out for out number 1. And that will bring up Graham Gopalin, playing shortstop today for Waupun.
Evan Sauer on the mound is going to move Gopalin from third to short. Krieger over to third, which he's played before. He used to play third quite often.
Yeah, that's kind of the way they said he was brought up. His younger years, he was a third baseman. I kind of wondered if they were going to bring in Bryant, and they brought him in before to be a shortstop too. Yeah. So I knew there was a couple different ways they could go.
I think they really like Ferris in center field. He's one of the best around. And
Gopalin watches a strike go by. Now the count is 1-2 on Graham.
Ferris would have liked to have had a better day at the plate. yesterday. He was 0 for 2 in the game, but he scored 3 times. Just
Yeah.
finds ways to get it done. Was hit by a pitch right in the middle of his back and a couple wide. I think he had a fielder's choice in there and maybe a walk, and then able to score.
Yeah, most likely a walk in that game against Little Chute, because they had about 7 or 8 walks against Waupun in that ball game.
Yeah, he's known for standing in, wearing pitches, but the one he took yesterday was right between. Well, he only wears a single digit in 5, but right in the middle of his back.
Somebody make a nice play out in lawn chair. There you go. That's a way to do it.
Didn't even have to get up.
Somebody over in the Little League Diamonds made a nice catch over their shoulder, and that bleacher's right behind the backstop. Then he
fell out.
Big mistake that he made. He tried to throw it back in play. This is chopped in the ground, and going to be a foul ball. Big mistake. He decided I'm going to throw this back on the field. Well, hits the top of the net, comes back, and everyone went from yay, boo. so that was. I would just very slow walk over and I'd hand it to somebody in the dugout.
I was worried you were going to say he fell off the back of the bleachers after making an outstanding catch, because I have seen that happen already too.
He was standing, leaning forward towards it on the top bleacher back there. A swing and a miss on some high heat. Nice pitch there for Campbellsport's Riley Coleman. That strikes out Graham Gopalin. So 2 up and 2 down. And Benton Nagel steps to the plate now for post 210. Campbellsport is post 222. What day does the state tournament start? Is that a Thursday or a Friday? Anybody peek ahead to that at all? Or you peek ahead to when the state tournament
would be in New London. We know that.
Maybe we can sneak Scott up there like we did up in Waupaca and get him to sing the national anthem up there. So that was kind of a nice little.
Scott has sang the national anthem at the national tournament.
Oh, really?
Yeah. National Legion tournament. Was that in Kansas, Scott? Yeah, okay. We were in the Dakotas and we were in Kansas 2 years in a row.
Comes the 0-2 pitch, and again gets him on a high heater. So nice pitching there by Riley Coleman, kind of finding a little stride here. And Waupun goes down 1-2-3 with a couple strikeouts on the Waupun hitters. Waupun leading 2-1 going into the top of inning number 3. Back right after this.
A variety of models for 2 to 4 passengers, up to 1,000-pound cargo capacity, 2, 4, or 6-wheel drive, and lots of attachments for fun and to get the work done. See the models and options that work for you. Ballwood Implement in Waupun and Beaver Dam, your full-line John Deere dealer, and John Deere Gator headquarters.
Have you got your ducks in a row these days? Probably a great idea to call Allphase.
Bucky, that was pretty great. However, not those ducts. Your air ducts. Hi, this is Jackie with Allphase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Dust allergens and even mold could be hiding in your air conditioning ducts. Your dryer vent could be clogged too. It's best to get them cleaned now. One of our most trusted brands is American Standard. Call 920-763-2301 or log on to allphasecomforts.com.
And we are back after 2 complete. Again, this could be a long day, and hopefully it is a long day for us Waupun fans here. They've got to win 2 if they want to go on to the state tournament. They have a loss in a double elimination tournament. Campbellsport is 2-0 coming into this game, so you got to beat them twice. Take care of business in this one and force that deciding game.
You and I know a lot more about Waupun's team and who potential pitchers could be. I don't know what Campbellsport has left in the tank.
Yeah, they've had to burn some people up. Yeah,
they've thrown some guys already, and it'll be interesting.
So for Campbellsport this inning, they'll be batting number 9, 1 and 2 in the batting order, starting with Trent Schludweiler. After that, it'll be back to the top of the order with Jace Gable and Cullen Rice. Yeah, watch a lot of baseball. Watch 3 games up at Plover with the grandsons. A couple 12U games and one 10U game, and a beautiful facility that they have up in Plover. Everybody seems to make at least one stop up there to a pretty well-run tournament.
Plover did away with their water park and then added little, not little youth baseball became their hot spot.
And that is a chopper over towards third base, picked up by Jake Krieger, and throws one to first, and a little contact at first base. into Brennan Redeker, but hangs onto the ball, so they did get the out. So 1 out and nobody on. That takes us to the top half of inning number 3.
Remember that water park in Plover? What was that called?
It was called Rainbow Falls.
Rainbow Falls. I
used to go there at least once, if not twice a year. My in-laws were from that direction, and in the radio station we got free tickets. So I'd grab a stack of tickets they'd give me. I'd go up to Rainbow Falls, and we'd bring a couple of vehicles full of kids, and we still had like 5 tickets left over, and I'd sit and wait for. If I saw a family walk up, usually with some little kids, and they're all walking. You guys buy tickets yet? And they said no, and I go, here you go.
Save them $150 or something. Yeah, well, that was it. Yeah, that made them happy.
Yeah, that was always the fun thing to do every year. I always grabbed a few more so I could hand them out to some people over there, and that was kind of a cool thing. But we always had a great time over there. It wasn't a huge water park, but it didn't take you a half hour to walk from one side to the other like it does at Mount Olympus over at the Dells over Noah's Ark. No, I mean, right on those water parks, it takes forever to get from one side to the other, all the people that are there. Well, 1 out base hit, single for Gable.
Rainbow Falls, I remember we had some plastic glasses for a while in our kitchen.
From Rainbow
Falls, yeah.
I loved it. It was some of the stuff was getting kind of run down. You went down some of the water slides. They had these little bolts that were kind of sticking through, and you come back and you're bleeding at the bottom. But I thought that was well worth it. I'd do that again. So.
Yeah,
called strike.
Worried about the slide coming apart as you're halfway down. All of a sudden, there's a 5-foot gap at midpoint. Like, a
funny story from there with my oldest son, Christopher. This is going to stay high, but he went down one of the slides, and I used to always embarrass him and scream when I went down the slides, and they go, I don't even know that guy. I'd scream really loud. But my son, Chris, went down there one time. Here we go with a 1-1 pitch into Rice, and that is fouled out of play. But he went down, and he came around one of the corners, and there was a lady with her kid in her lap, stuck right there. And he ran into her, boom, and all 3 of them came together out the end of the slide together. And he was so embarrassed, but she was all right and everything. But she somehow it was going so slow because she had her kid in her lap. And then just because she stalled halfway down, and he pushed her the rest of the way through. So.
That's what's more embarrassing, getting hit by the person behind you or getting yourself stuck in the slide. For what reason, I have no idea. I'm not going to comment anymore.
This one is fouled out of play. And Debbie hurt her neck because the wife hit her neck. We went down to the one that looks like a big taco. It's called Zero Gravity. Yeah. And she went down, and we were watching it right towards where they come down to the bottom. And when she got to the bottom, her head snapped back, and she didn't brace herself for the G-force on your neck. And then her whole body, limbs were kind of going numb on her, so I knew that's not good as soon as I saw it.
Count goes to 3-2. That pitch high by Sauer.
Yeah, 2-1 contest here in the top of the 3rd inning. Both teams coming up empty in the 2nd inning. Both teams scoring in the 1st inning. Runner goes. A little hesitation on the throw over there, and runner easily safe. So Gable over to second base. But they do get the strikeout on Cullen Rice, the main thing. So now it's 2 down with that runner at second base, and that will bring up Brody Nolan, the catcher.
I remember going to Noah's Ark when they added the really, really tall slides. I think they actually took them out now because they found out they were too dangerous. But
that's going to miss high.
Going on that decades ago, went on those with my kid. I went one time. I said never again. I don't care what. I think I was basically airborne once you were over the first drop.
And here's another one that's hit out towards left field, and they got that runner to second, so he's looking to score. Comes a throw, a play at the plate, and safe, gets over the top of the tag. Kind of stepped over the top of it. He had it down right down on the turf, but he kind of stepped over and touched home plate. And we are tied now at 2 apiece. So some timely hitting when they get those runners to second base for Campbellsport.
Throw took Nagel a little bit towards first base. He had to come back, tried him. That was a great slide. That was an absolutely amazing slide to get himself in there safely.
Yeah, because he could have slid right into that tag, but he just did a great job getting past that. It was very well done.
Yeah, contorting his body and then kind of popping up and able to get the home plate.
Brings up Ty Sashin to the plate. He had that RBI single in the 1st inning when they got the runner over to second. That was a 2 down 2 at that time. Next one's going to miss outside and low. 2-2 contest. Nobody said it was going to be easy. For Waupun, just a little harder. You got to win 2 games. Campbellsport would be happy with a split. So
Yes.
yeah, these teams did split during the season. And the scores on those back in July, they played each other a couple times. Waupun won the first contest on the 1st of July, 7-6. 2 weeks later, on the 15th, Campbellsport beating Waupun 10-2 in that game. I think they had a lot of the top pitchers for Waupun. When I looked at to see who was all pitching in that game, it definitely was not Krieger or Sauer in that ball game. This pitch is swung on and fouled back. Makes it now a 3-2 count to Ty Sashin with Braden Booty awaiting on deck.
Yeah, Waupun post 210. They did not play a lot of weekend games, so that's hence the reason Sauer did not play in as many games. He's not available during the week.
That's going to miss outside. Puts runners now at first and second base. So runners at first and second. Braden Booty. I saw his one hit in that game yesterday against Little Chute. Spanked a nice one out to right field. I don't know how tall he is, but he's a tall one.
6'5", 6'6", I would think. He looks like it. Very thin.
Looks like a Josh Hader type of body type. Tall and lanky, and he was the winning pitcher yesterday too. He gave up 7 or 8 hits, I believe, in that ball game yesterday.
Yeah.
But he was looking pretty solid. He got the win. Almost went the distance until he ran out of pitches.
And gave up 3 runs in the first inning, and then able to battle back and settle down. And
it was some crazy. The guys getting in rundowns from Little Chute. It was just kind of a weird first inning. Weird things happened.
Negative base running by Little Chute.
0-2 the count to Booty. This one's inside, and it's going to get past the catcher and back to the backstop. So runners advance over to second and third base. Campbellsport threatening here. Booty at the plate with a 1-2 count.
Nagel wasn't sure if he had that one or not. Kind of went off the end of his glove, or off the top of his glove. Inverted glove, and he thought he had it, and then no chance after he realized it had scooted away from him.
And it reaches out and just fouls one back to stay alive. Keeps the count at 1-2. What was the final score in that Brewer game yesterday? They lost another one, didn't they, yesterday?
7-4, I believe it was.
Tried to get the bend down, but that just stayed up high. 3-2 the count now on the batter, Braden Booty. Riley Coleman is hoping that he gets a chance to bat. Runners at second and third base. Pond would like to shut the door right here. It's going to miss inside. Now it is 3-2.
Yeah, apparently the scoreboard might have been wrong.
Yeah, when they hit the.
They're having a little trouble with the controller, so it's not always the operator. Sometimes they.
It's a ball over towards second base and picked up by Richter. Throws to first, and Waupun just kind of minimizes the damage. Only 1 run comes in. A couple runners stranded, and we are tied at 2 apiece going into the bottom of inning number 3, and we'll be back with that inning coming your way in just a minute on Radio Plus and Jeff's live stream.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese. If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, and orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
And here we go. Waupun just giving up 1 run, but we are now tied at 2 apiece. So it's a battle here in this But hopefully is the first of 2 games we're going to be calling here today. Waupun has got to win. If Campbellsport wins, they'll be heading off to the state tournament in New London coming up on Friday.
Starting out in the right place here, top of the order with Cunningham.
Yeah, that's right where you want to go. He's had himself a single and scored Waupun's first run back in the first inning. It's good to get him on base. He's got great speed. This one's going to miss inside.
Ethan had a exceptional catch in foul territory as well in this game already. Playing very good baseball.
So we're towards shortstop, backhanded stop by Rice. Sets, throws over to first base, and not in time. A perfectly placed ball there by Ethan Cunningham. Goes to 2-2 on the day. There we go. Just what you want. Get that leadoff batter on base. Got some great speed. Then you've got Brian Ferris. We usually find some way to get on base, or at least get that run over to second base. Jake Krieger awaiting on deck.
Yeah, he was out the last time on the ball that went out in front of the plate and then hit him as he took off for first base. So,
and that's kind of a slow roller up the middle, and now it's kind of a tailor-made double play ball. And it's going to be overshot to first base, though. A little too high to draw the first baseman off the base, but put out by Cullen Rice over at second base, and runner safe at first. So 1 down, still at runner at first base, and Jake Krieger comes up to the plate. Trey Schmidt awaiting on deck. So they got a couple of hot batters right now, back to back here for Waupun.
It's a little concern there. Cunningham did not slide on the play, and thought he might have been called for runner interference, retired runner interference, as he might have affected that throw a little bit. Judgment call by our officials.
So we're first not in time. Yeah, we should always write down all these different situations, and then we'll have a little class with, I don't know, is Bobby the right guy to write exactly all the things to write down? And
as far as scoring, yeah.
Doing your scoring. Ferris is going to take off all the way to third base.
They're going to call it foul.
Foul ball, so he's got to head back to first base. That can't hurt to run it out anyway.
Yeah, it was a question mark whether it went through cleanly or not off the catcher's glove. Not sure if our home plate umpire called it or the base umpire might have saw the actual foul.
So 0-2 the count now to Jake Krieger. And this is a weak little pop-up. Yeah, this is going to make it in, and runners now at first and second base. Just that perfect spot where all 3 players, center field, left field, and shortstop, can't get to it. So another hit for Waupun puts runners now at first and second base. And Trey Schmidt, the hottest hitter on the team, I think, right now, up to bat for Waupun.
Trey Schmidt and Evan Sauer, 2 guys vying for the offensive MVP here for their Waupun team. Both of them swinging hot bats.
Trey with a double and a 2-run double. You get 2 runs in with that. So, again, just a nice smoke shot right down the line that got past the left fielder. Brought 2 runs in.
You see Schmidt's body language right there. He got that slow curveball. He's like, why did I not hit that? He goes, it was a hanger.
Yeah, the next one put him back on his backside, high and tight, and had to get out of the way on the heat that Coleman threw at him.
Schmidt, he knew the curveball was a strike. He just wondered why I didn't hit it.
That one just off the plate outside. Count now 2-1 to Trey. Not a lot of people in the bleachers, but a lot more people under the overhang over by the concession stand right now. Kind of went right back to that same spot, got the strike call.
Yeah, they're smart. Sit in the shade.
Yeah.
Whenever possible.
2-2 the count now to Trey Schmidt. With 1 down, runners at first and second. Fouls off the next pitch. You can tell Coleman's got way more control of his stuff than he had in that first inning. Now he's really kind of mixing things up a little bit. He's backing people off the plate, trying to own that part of the plate. 2-2 pitch. That's going to miss high. Makes it now a 3-2 count. Yeah, beautiful day today, especially if you are sitting home in air conditioning, watching the game right now, video streaming, or listening to it on the radio. And this is over towards shortstop, picked up by Rice, throws to second, try to get the double play, and not in time. It will advance a runner over to third base. It did retire Krieger, so he's heading back to the dugout. Trey Schmidt over at first, so runners at the corners, and Waupun would love to get that lead back here with Evan Sauer up to the plate.
Ferris, a good base runner at third. Even a pass ball, wild pitch, he'll try and get himself in there.
Big cut on that one from Evan, but just fouls it back.
Evan Sauer does not get cheated. Aggressive swing up there. Low on that bat with his hands. And
comes the 0-1 pitch. Another big swing, but working those fastballs, putting them up there high and getting them up on to chase. Swing and a miss, puts the count now at 0-2 with 2 down. Runners at second and third base. And stayed off at this time. Just got to kind of climb the ladder another little extra notch there, and no offer from Evan.
Schmidt able to get over to second base there with no throw.
And that one right at the second baseman. Good job by Booty over there. Catch it just before it hit the ground. And Waupun comes up empty. They strand a couple on a couple of hits. And this game is tied at 2 apiece going into the top of inning number 4. And I'll be back along with Randy coming your way in just a few minutes on Radio Plus.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Chocolate, coffee, popcorn, ice cream. That's all that needs to be said about Guth's candy. But Steve and Katie Guth offer much more than your favorite confectionery cravings. Hundreds of decadent handcrafted creations and classic candy faves are swirled together in a casual cafe for long talks, guiltless indulgences, and hot refills. Guth's Candy, corner of Highway 49 and 151 Waupun. Order your Guth favorites online for a sweet surprise at guthscandy.com. Guth's Candy in Waupun, a chocolate legacy 4 generations strong.
Holman Auto is very blessed to have served our local communities for 50 years. From a small used car store with 4 employees to 5 locations and over 100 employees, we would like to thank our many customers and our communities for the past 50 years. Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Waupun, Holman Chevrolet in Waupun, Holman Ford and Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ripon, Holman Chevrolet GMC in Ripon, and the location where we began 50 years ago, Holman Value Center in Waupun. Thank you for allowing us to serve you, our customers, our friends, for the last 50 years. And we look forward to the next 50 years. Holman Auto, great selection, award-winning service, low prices, and a relaxed buying atmosphere. We make you feel at home at Holman Auto Group in Waupun and Ripon, serving you for 50.
And welcome back for the top of inning number 4. Pont and Campbellsport battling here in this AA Legion baseball tournament here at the Gus in Waupun. I'm Steve Witterhack. Randy Armgood with me. Justin Schwartzmiller on the video switching. Yeah, nice day to be sitting in the booth and not in the sun with the nice breeze we got coming through here. So fairly comfortable up here. Strike on the next pitch in on the inside part of the plate. No offer from Riley Coleman. Gage Coleman awaiting on deck.
That makes the count 2-1.
And that is hit high in the air towards left center field, and a diving attempt, but that's well short on that attempt. And heading over to second base is Riley Coleman. He'll hold up there with a leadoff double, put a charge in the ball. He got himself to second base to lead things off for Campbellsport here in the top of the 4th inning. Got a lot of airtime, but just put in the right spot out there, right perfectly between those 2 outfielders. And got himself to second.
Ferris making a good attempt there, laying out for it, but yeah, nobody was getting to that ball.
No, he came up about a foot short on where his glove was out there, but the effort was there. called strike on the first pitch into Gage Coleman. He flew out to right field. That must have been that ball that was caught over by in foul territory, maybe by Cunningham at that time. So they fly out to right field so far in the ball game for them. Nice little pitch there. He catches the outside part of the plate for a called strike 2.
So we're just setting that one in there. Took a lot off it. Slow. Low in the strike zone.
Has to do the same thing, but he's all over at that time and hits it out to center field. And Campbellsport going to try to score. That gets past Ferris, and they will score. And now Campbellsport takes a 3-2 lead. An RBI single that gets Coleman all the way in from second base. So Waupun now trailing in the ball game. 3-2 here at the top of the 4th inning on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Otis is going to go out there. Let's take a break right now while coach is out there talking to his team. Back after this.
Years and counting.
Hello, back pain sufferers. This is Dr. Randall Blahoviak with New Med Integrated Healthcare. Are you struggling to find a solution for the constant neck and back pain that's keeping you from enjoying life? Maybe you're wondering if you should go the medical route, or maybe you're even thinking about giving chiropractic a try. Well, now you don't have to decide between the two. At New Medical Center in Waupun, you can have the best of both worlds. Let our team of experienced medical professionals and chiropractors design a treatment plan to get you back to living a pain-free life. The healthcare team at New Medical Center will assess your condition and give you...
Okay. And we're back. Steve and Randy with you again. A little timeout. Trip out to the mound for Otis, head coach. This is chopped over towards third base. It's picked up by Jake Krieger. Throws to first and in time to get the runner, but that does advance the runner over to second base. So just one down, runner at second base. 1 run in, and Waupun finds themselves trailing again by a score of 3-2. That'll bring up number 9 in the batting order, Trent Schludweiler. Does that flow off the tongue? Schludweiler. Got to get that L in there. Another one chopped over in the second hop, kind of a short hop, but he gets it over to first. Good job on playing of that to step up a bit to get that short hop on the second hop for Krieger. Gets the out at first, keeps the runner at second base.
Krieger knew he had to get rid of it in a hurry, too. He just took it on the second hop, as you said, backed up, and then quick sidearm throw. And good play. That's not an easy play.
We'll bring up the top of the order, and that is Jace Gable. Had a single back in the third inning. He's 1 for 2 so far in the game. Also scored in the third inning. And Campbellsport now, both teams with 5 hits so far in the ball game. Oh, that one's going to hit before it gets to the box and bounce over the glove of the catcher, Benton Nagel, and that allows the runner to get to third base.
So we're struggling a bit this inning. I don't think he's tiring. I think it's maybe just a matter of, got to regroup mentally, get his focus back here. And as we said, he has not thrown a lot of innings this year.
It's going to miss outside. It gets past the catcher, but he's going to say put right at third base.
Didn't even think about going.
No.
Never made any move at all to try and score. And coach is a little upset in the box over there.
Makes it count now 3-0 to Jace Gable. Waupun can get this out, get the bats back in their hand in the bottom of the 4th, trailing by a run. That misses high, and 4 straight balls thrown to Chase Gable. So runners now at the corners. And Cullen Rice coming up to bat. He was hit by a pitch and scored back in the first inning. He also had a single, an RBI single, back in the third inning. Number 2 in the batting order. And that's hard hit ball out to left field, and that's going to be a base hit, bringing in a run for Campbellsport, opening up now a 2-run lead. They lead 4-2.
Campbellsport faithful getting some excitement going in the bleachers. It's going to score Coleman from third.
Yeah, runners at first and second with still a 2 down. Probably having trouble closing things down here in this top of the fourth inning. Yes, in foul territory, they're giving chase over there. If anybody can get to it, be Cunningham. So he made a try. So did the first baseman, Brennan Rudiker, took a run for it, but that hits the ground and this makes it an 0-1 count.
Our super catching fan from his lawn chair had to get up to go chase that one. He wasn't able to just stay where he was and nab it.
Going to bounce over.
Yeah, bounced out of play, yes.
Comes the 0-1 pitch. That's going to stay inside, and that's the ones you want to wear. You just kind of turn your back. He's coming in slow, and I might as well wear it, and he heads to first base. That loads up the bases. Because I don't think I'll try to get out of the way. I have time to get out of the way, but I'll take one like that.
Yeah, 660-mile-an-hour curveball is not bad. Doesn't even leave a stitch mark.
So now bases are loaded. Waupun in a bit of a fix right now, down by 2 runs, 4-2. There are 2 down, but there has been for a while. Pitch is just low and away. Having just not with his stuff right now. Just trying to find that groove back that he had in the first few innings. It's that one to bend through the strike zone, and said it, I know, landed on the ground at the end, but he was trying to say that when it was in the air, it went through the strike zone. So
front edge of the plate is the strike zone.
Comes the 1-1 pitch. Called strike on the next pitch in. No offer from Sashin, makes it count 1-2. You can tell body language didn't agree with that one.
He thought he got one low and one high in that same same at bat.
Comes the 1-2 pitch from Sauer. Tried to bend that one, but just stays high. 2-2 the count now to Sashin. Wants to get out of this top of the fourth inning and see what they can do with the bats.
4 runs might not be enough in this game the way things are going.
Hard hit ball right down the line, and that is going to score a couple runs here for Campbellsport. It's going to make it all the way to the warning track, and just getting to the ball is Trey Schmidt, so a 3-run double off the bat of Ty Sashin. Has really opened up this game. Now 7-2 the score in favor of Campbellsport. Wow.
Hopefully for Waupun, 7 runs is not enough to win this game. My goodness.
It's a whole different conversation now.
Wow. Looks like Sauer's laboring a little bit right now. He's just going to a lot of breaking pitches, not much velocity on it. Going to get himself this 3rd out here, get out of this inning.
Braden Booty up to bat.
They're going to walk him.
Give him a free pass. He was the 9th batter of the inning for Campbellsport. Now, again, we had to do 3 games already now with this. It messes up our book, but for the wrong team. There's that first and second base. This gets popped in the infield. Looks like Landon Richter calls for it. Right in front of where he normally sets up and hauls it in for the out, but not before the damage is done. 5 runs come in. Waupun all of a sudden finds them down by a score of 7-2. And we'll see what Waupun has to say about that coming up with their half of inning number 4 in just a bit here on Radio Plus and Jeff's live stream.
Combination of options, both medical and chiropractic to choose from. With over 30 years of experience treating back pain, you can be assured that the team at New Medical Center will discover and address the source of your pain. Don't waste another minute trying the same old failed strategies. Let New Medical Center help get you back to living your best pain-free life. Call New Medical Center now at 920-324-9899. That's 920-324-9899. Or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun.
And Steve and Randy back for the bottom half of inning number 4. A disastrous top of the 4th inning from Waupun's perspective, giving up 5 runs. They now trail in this game 7-2. So they got their bats going, and they got a pitcher who's definitely in a groove right now with Riley Coleman. Coleman, he's bringing it in a hurry. Those mixing things up good, but his fastball, he's bringing it. Getting Waupun to chase some high fastballs. Brandon Rediker will start things out. So you got 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order for Waupun. They got to get things going now. Campbellsport has to get beat twice here today, but right now they want to get it done in one. They're up 7-2.
Yeah, they're feeling it right now, momentum all in their favor. And I'm sure they are well aware that they could go to game 2 if they had to and try and. But right now, when you get this nice lead, you're thinking nothing but closing it out here in game 1.
Rediker fouls the next pitch off. Rediker was looking for a fastball in that first pitch, didn't get it. And right now down on the count 0-2. Landon Richter waiting on deck. Graham Gopalin in the hole now for Waupun. Next pitch misses, makes the count 1-2. I kind of had my whole afternoon booked to be down here at the park, so I don't know what I'll do if I get off early here today. Pretty sure I know what I'm going to do, but
swimming pool maybe?
Head to the pool.
I figured that would be your answer.
2-2 pitch. Now we're going to go over to the Van Galen house and go swimming over there instead of the pool. We'll go over to Scotty's house. That'd be more fun. Have fun over there. A lot of little kids will be over at my mom's probably. So we'll fly out to start things out for Waupun. Landon Richter steps to the plate. Flew out to first base last at bat back in the second inning. Called strike on the first pitch into him.
Yeah, Riley Coleman, he's dialed in right now.
Yeah.
He's feeling it.
He's dealing fast, too. A couple of hops over to shortstop. Rice sets, throws, gets the out at first base. So 2 up and 2 down. Yeah, he doesn't wait either. I do appreciate the pitchers that do that. They grab that thing and then instead of walking around the rubber a little bit, they just get back up there. Let's go.
Yeah. Usually when things are going your way, that's you're going to go at your pace. And he's waiting for the batters to get in the box every time. He's ahead of them.
Boy, bends that right in, and Gopalin does not offer. Called strike 1. He brings those in, too, and he purposely brings those inside. That backs you off the plate, and you don't feel so settled in when he brings that heat inside.
Might come back with the curveball then. Set up pitch. Yeah.
A little too far outside and low, so it makes the count 2-1. Richter behind on that one. Fouls it out of play over on the first base side. Keeps the count now at 2-2. See traffic picking up on 151. Good view of that right now, and everybody heading back after the weekend.
I had that one. That was coming right at us, right in our window, Steve. Good thing for the screen in front of us.
Yeah, that was Steve Lenz, the one that got hit by a ball up here, and
broke the window. Yes,
that broke the window. Yeah,
that was actually
right. And a diving stab at that one, but a nice base hit right past the third baseman off the bat of Graham Gopalin. So he's at first base, and Benton Nagel will step to the plate, number 9 of the batting order.
That was a thrown ball, actually, that came from the outfield. Just a crazy errant throw. And there was one little tear in this massive netting in front of our booth here, our National Exchange broadcast booth. And that ball somehow went through that small hole and just smoked the window. I believe Steve Lenz would have been the athletic director at the time. Wapun's trying to create some action here.
There you go, Richter. Nice jump on that one. Gets pretty easily over to second base.
And Gopalin, yes.
Or Gopalin, I should say.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see him on the football field. He impressed us this last year. He was definitely we didn't expect him to really look at him as a football player, but he had a really nice season. Made things happen when he got the ball out there, and
yeah, he added to the special teams a lot because we saw a few years where nobody wanted to field a punt and nobody wanted to run back a kick, but he saved a lot of yardage by not letting those punts sail over his head or fall in front of him and then roll another 20 yards. He had nerves of steel.
Yeah, that happened all the time the previous years, and that's just stuck out with us because why don't you catch the ball so it doesn't hit the ground and go back? Here's one hit up the middle, and Waupun rounds third base. They're going to bring it home and head first. Oh, and they got him. Perfect throw, sailed in, kind of curved a little bit right into the glove of the catcher, applied the tag. Looked for a second there like Waupun was going to get that. Now he's kind of holding his thumb a little bit after that one, but nice throw, nice tag, and Waupun comes up empty in the fourth inning, and Waupun still down. We'll take a break right now, come back with the top of the fifth right after this.
Sometimes life gets muddled. At the Britton House in Waupun, you can count on it garnished with an orange twist. With muddled old fashions, third pound burger Thursdays, fish fried Fridays, Saturday night prime rib combos, and Sunday brunch, the Wisconsin Supper Club tradition is alive and serving in Waupun. Turn off the phone and turn on to 735 South Watertown Street in Waupun for an evening outside of the stresses of the work week. The Britton House in Waupun. Like and follow on Facebook.
New ownership, same customer service tradition. Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving Waupun and its surrounding areas for over 50 years. New owners Luke and Logan Gans are longtime employees of Verhaeg's Furniture and are committed to continue serving the furniture, accessory, and mattress needs of Waupun and the surrounding areas. Bringing you exceptional quality from Ashley Furniture, Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Puffy Mattress, and many more top brands from their store to your home. Verhaeg's Furniture, 806 West Main Street, Waupun. Quality brands for affordable prices.
Make fast work of spreading manure with an H&S Top Shot V-Style manure spreader from H&S Manufacturing. Available in 1286, 1500, 2000, 2600, 3400, and 4200 gallon sizes. H&S has a V-Style manure spreader to fit your farm. The right-hand size discharge of the Top Shot is capable of spreading a variety of material from liquids to most pen pack styles of manure. See Waupun Equipment Company today for a tough quality built H&S manure spreader. Buy the best by H&S.
It's the Customer Appreciation Mega Sale now at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Pork, baby back ribs, buy one, get one free. Deals on Sprite. Coca-Cola, buy two, get two free. Deals on tortilla chips, pretzels, or puffcorn. Great deals on Kemp's ice cream, Piggly Wiggly water, Kemp's milk, and more. It's the Customer Appreciation Mega Sale now, all this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Shop the pig.
Some say with John Deere, you're just paying for the paint. Turns out, those folks haven't seen what happens when our tractors go toe-to-toe with the competition on real-world tasks. Advanced features like Auto Connect decks make switching out attachments real simple. Advanced features like Auto Connect decks make switching out attachments simple. Superior maneuverability gets you in and out of tight spaces, and our dependable lift capacity makes tough jobs easy. As for the other guys, well, let's just say they couldn't stack up. At John Deere, every day we prove the difference is more than paint deep. Find out for yourself at Ballwig Implement today.
Okay, it didn't look good as Graham Gopalin came off the field. Was trying to slide in head first. Came into the catcher's shoe and got called out at home plate and right away holding his hand, and took a little while to get up and didn't look good for him. So a few changes. Landon Potratz comes to play first base. You've got Brian Ferris over at shortstop and taking Brendan Redeker from first base out to center field. That's where Waupun sits right now. And up to bat now is Gage Coleman, right-handed hitter. But 5 runs come in the top of the fourth inning to put Waupun down 7-2 in this ball game.
And, again, a little bit with Gopalin. Looked to be a finger type injury. Saw his mother down there right away, and they took him out of the dugout, and she is a nurse, so she probably experienced with some of those issues. But
he was in definitely some pain immediately. He was going to get up, then he just went back down. Said, yeah. 3-1 count, and this is going to miss low and inside, and a leadoff walk issued to Gage Coleman.
So with the injury to Gopalin, we're going to have Landon Potratz go to first. Ferris came in from center. Did you just say that? I'm sorry, I was checked out. Okay, you got it all covered already.
Yeah.
I was just trying to write it down myself.
Okay,
so.
I'm going to write a circle here, and I want you to make for 3 o'clock on the clock with the hands. Can you do that? That's the Redeker's out in left field, and they moved Trey Schmidt in the center field. Yeah. That one is hit hard, but pulled foul.
Give me that cognitive test there. Kitten, spoon.
Yeah.
What was the third one?
Yeah, Spoon House or something like that.
Yeah,
I know what the whole test is, so if it's going to get pulled on me one
You
of
have
these
it
days.
memorized?
It's going to be soon. I'm going to what was that again as I'm writing these down? Because they're going to ask you about 3 minutes later after they say a bunch of things to you. And that's a hard hit ball down the left field line, and it is foul. Man, that had to be just barely foul. It was close.
Kitten Spoon House. I
Yeah,
remember
Kitten Spoon House. That was one that does some.
We did that in Door County one
Yeah.
year. We'd, every other day. We'd
Every
ask,
so often, right? Those words. If you didn't know, we're taking you straight to the nursing home. So take care of this guy.
Oh man, scary thoughts.
Even my best days when I was younger, I always forget. If somebody tells me their name, I forget it like right away. I'd never be able to do good on that. It's picked up by Krieger. Fires over to second base, but off the mark. That's heading out to right field, but runner will stay at second. So runner's safe at first and second base. Okay, runners at first and second. Throwing there by Krieger on that one. So nobody out. Runners at first and second. And Trent Schludweiler coming up to bat.
He's been at bat so many times, it's getting easier for you to say his name.
Third time, yeah. It's like family now.
You could add that to our cognitive test. Be Kitten Spoon and Schludweiler.
Here's another one, too. There's a name out in the Eden area. I get a lot of birthdays coming in. It's Pierku or Quet. I always kind of looked at it as Pierquet, but it's Pierki. I've had a few people call me and straighten me out on that.
Good bunt.
Puts in a perfect spot and gets himself an infield hit. That was a good job there by Schludweiler to get that, put it right in that perfect space, place right down the third base line. And now we have bases loaded and nobody out. Then top of the order up to bat for Campbellsport. Everything going their way right now.
Yeah, Campbellsport post 2-2-2 is feeling it. You can see this championship. There's a lot of game left, but yeah, they're definitely body language. Everything is going their way.
Yeah. Not only do you have to stop them from scoring here, but then you got to get the bats in your hand. You got to get your own runs in. But yeah, everything going against Waupun right now.
Not sure what Riley Coleman's pitch count is, but he's gotten better as this game has gone on.
Yeah, give Campbellsport the credit with the pitching that we're seeing from Riley out there, and then the hitting as a whole team up and down the order really came alive here. Put Waupun in a deep hole. Another one inside and another one pulled foul. But I tell you, they're hitting the ball pretty hard every time they do it. That one a foul by 10, 15 feet. Still a 1-2 count. Battle going on right now with Sauer and Gable. And you can slaps that one down. It's going to make its way out to right field. And Campbellsport's just going to everybody move up one spot. One run comes in, base is still loaded.
Every ball, either swinging bunts, just seeing eye singles, hitting it in the right place, everything going their way right now.
Yeah, they're seeing it and they're just teeing off on it right now. Bob Spanbauer heading out to the mound. And Waupun will be changing pitchers. We will take a break. Waupun now trailing this ball game by a score of 8-2. Back after this on Radio Plus and Jeff's live stream.
Chocolate, coffee, popcorn, ice cream. That's all that needs to be said about Guth's Candy. But Steve and Katie Guth offer much more than your favorite confectionery cravings. Hundreds of decadent handcrafted creations and classic candy faves are swirled together in a casual cafe for long talks, guiltless indulgences, and hot refills. Guth's Candy, corner of Highway 49 and 151, Waupun. Order your Guth favorites online for a sweet surprise at guthscandy.com. Guth's Candy in Waupun, a chocolate legacy 4 generations strong.
Holman Auto is very blessed to have served our local communities for 50 years. From a small used car store with 4 employees to 5 locations and over 100 employees, we would like to thank our many customers and our communities for the past 50 years. Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Waupun, Holman Chevrolet in Waupun, Holman Ford and Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ripon, Holman Chevrolet GMC in Ripon, and the location where we began 50 years ago, Holman Value Center in Waupun. Thank you for allowing us to serve you, our customers, our friends, for the last 50 years. And we look forward to the next 50 years. Holman Auto, Great selection, award-winning service, low prices, and a relaxed buying atmosphere. We make you feel at home at Home and Auto Group in Waupun and Ripon, serving you for 50 years and counting.
Okay, we are back. Pitching change, and Landon Richter moves from second base over to pitch. And what's the rotation, Randy?
Well, it's going to put Sauer at short. Ferris is going to move to second. I was actually trying to pay attention this time, so I didn't zone out. Didn't want to reiterate what you had just
saw
told everyone. Thanks for taking me off the hook a little bit there.
Yeah, I just saw you looking at the clouds. You said you're like elephant, kitty.
Oh boy!
And as things go from bad to worse here, first pitch in to Cullen Rice. He gets hit by the pitch, and that'll bring a run in. Bases still are loaded.
Waupun's at the risk of getting run ruled in this game, and we thought it was going to be right down to the wire.
I had planned for 2.
So did I.
Yeah, but
so did Justin. He was going to stay here all day. Now he's telling us he's ready to go to the golf. He's going to the golf course. You want to go lay at the pool.
You got a tee time?
Yeah, it's all your fault.
Yeah. Well.
There's another one.
And diving stop that time by Krieger. Sets to throw to first base, and they don't get the out there, and everybody's safe. That was a close play over at first, and another run comes in.
Definitely a good play by Krieger. You have to score it as a base hit.
Yep.
Man, they're just putting balls in play, and they're going.
Yeah, 3 runs into the inning now. All of a sudden, the score is 10-2, and they would like to make this even a shortened game the way things are going right now with bases loaded and still nobody out. So a little meeting now between the catcher Nagel and Landon Richter.
And Richter called them out. He wants to make sure they have their signs right. Possibly changing something up with a guy on second base. He said, maybe the way they're hitting the ball, they must be stealing signs. They know what's coming. It looks like it anyway.
That's what it appears to be, that, yeah.
Wow.
Called strike. And the next pitch. 0-1 the count now to Ty Sashin. 3 hits in the inning, 3 runs in the inning. Bases loaded. Another called strike. No offer again from Sashin, their cleanup batter.
Sashin, he's a little demonstrative there, and he's not mad at the umpire. He's mad at himself because he said, man, why didn't I pull the trigger? Those were Main Street.
Thought about it, but that one's going to be well outside and low. 1-2 the count now to Sashin. Still nobody else. Get that first out here for Waupun with bases loaded. Oh, big swing and a miss, and they do get the first out on that. Good job by Landon. So 1 strikeout, but still 1 out here in the inning with bases loaded, and that'll bring up number 5 in the order, Braden Booty. He has flown out. He has grounded out. He was intentionally walked.
All right.
Oof. It was way outside. Then we slipped out of the hands of Richter.
And Waupun making the decision to intentionally walk him because they know what he can do with the bat, and now this time bases loaded. No option here.
Chopper over towards Landon Potratz underneath his glove. There'll be a race to the base now, and safe over at first base. Get under the glove of Landon Potratz, and then it was a race to get to the ball, and then a race to get to the base before the long legs of Braden Booty get up the line, and he made it.
Gable scores on the play.
11-2 now. A little conference with coach out on the field right now, Trent Ferris, talking to the base ump.
It's Kevin Schultz on the pads today. Looks like Ferris got the answer he wanted. Not an argumentative conference, just looking for clarification.
I've never seen Otis get too wound up. You ever see him when he kind of?
No,
he's usually pretty laid back.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool character. Oh man.
Going just right at him, and of course coming slow, just to wear it, and Everybody advanced one base, and now upon the wheels totally falling off, down by 10 runs, 12-2. And forcing the Waupun to have to score at least a run if he stopped right here, but still bases loaded and only one down.
And once again, sending the entire order through the plate here.
Yeah.
Second time in this game they've batted around, and there's only one out.
We had that yesterday twice in that game. Yeah, that was against Little Shoot. And we had to move things a couple times. Everybody stay right where they at. The ball slides away from the catcher Nagel. Yeah, not much to say. Just some great pitching by the Campbellsport pitcher Riley Coleman, just shutting the door after giving up those couple runs in the first inning, and then just timely hitting and the pitching kind of fading away for us here. Devin Sauer, a nice start to the game, but you can see he just lost the little zip on the ball that he normally has and his control, and it's not working for Waupun here today. Short right field, Cunningham comes in. Everybody will stay right where they're at. So brings up Zach Zimdahl up to bat. 10-run deficit now for Waupun, giving up those 7 runs in the 4th inning, and now way too many runs on this inning. 5 runs this inning in the 5th inning.
The 11th hitter to come to the plate for Campbellsport.
Waited on that curveball high in the air out towards left field, and that is brought in. Waupun finally gets that 3rd out, but not before they give up 5 runs in the inning and now trail this game by a score of 12-2. Waupun has to score to try to get back in this ball game or to even make it go another inning. So we'll see what Waupun does coming up in the bottom of the 5th inning right after this on Radio Plus.
Surrounding areas for over 50 years. New owners Luke and Logan Gans are longtime employees of Verhaeg's Furniture and are committed to continue serving the furniture, accessory, and mattress needs of Waupun and the surrounding areas. Bringing you exceptional quality from Ashley Furniture, Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Puffy Mattress, and many more top brands from their store to your home. Verhaeg's Furniture, 806 West Main Street, Waupun. Quality brands for affordable prices.
Make fast work of spreading manure with an H&S Top Shot V-Style manure spreader from H&S Manufacturing. Available in 1286, 1500, 2000, 2600, 3400, and 4200 gallon sizes. H&S has a V-Style manure spreader to fit your farm. The right-hand size discharge of the Top Shot is capable of spreading a variety of material from liquids to most pen pack styles of manure. See Waupun Equipment Company today for a tough quality built H&S manure spreader. Buy the best, by H&S.
It's the Customer Appreciation Mega Sale now at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Pork, baby back ribs, buy one, get one free. Deals on Sprite. Coca-Cola, buy 2, get 2 free. Deals on tortilla chips, pretzels, or puffcorn. Great deals on Kemp's ice cream, Piggly Wiggly water, Kemp's milk, and more. It's the Customer Appreciation Mega Sale now, all this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Shop the pig.
Life's better.
Yeah, a couple big innings in a row, scoring 10 runs in 2 innings for Campbellsport. They got a very good pitcher still on the mound yet, and it doesn't look like he was slowing down from the last inning that he pitched, Riley Coleman. Now, the only good thing going for Waupun is they start with the top of the order.
Coleman at 77 pitches. That would be number 78 right there, and you're able to go 105.
Yeah, so that's not an issue
No.
at all. And Wapun's going to do anything, do it right now. Top of the order, Ethan Cunningham up to bat. Couple miss. He's ahead of the count now, 2-0. So Coleman, unusual series of pitches, losing control a little bit here, but that's just 3 pitches. Count is now 3-0. Ethan so far had a single and scored back in the first and also singled in the 3rd inning. And 4 straight balls thrown to Ethan Cunningham.
Some pitchers just pitch better when there's more pressure on them. When you get big leads, sometimes you relax a little bit. You just never know.
You do anything, you got to make it happen, at least a run, but you take a chunk out of that lead. But that one catches the outside part of the plate to Brian Ferris.
If you're Campbell Sport and Riley Coleman, right now you just want to throw strikes. Force Waupun to beat you. Don't help them in any way.
There goes Cunningham, a good jump, and that's going to be off the bat of Brian Ferris, so he'll head back to first. 0-2 the count now to Bryant.
Down by 10, and a lot of times you would not be stealing, but I think the thought process right now is you don't want to hit into a double play ball, take that force off. Cunningham runs well.
This one's hit high in the air into short center field, coming in hard by the shortstop. And the second baseman, actually, Booty goes, I'm taller than all you guys. I'm going to take this thing right over everybody's glove. Probably 4 inches, 5 inches taller than anybody else that was in that area, just on reach over the top of their shortstop. Cullen Rice out there and hauled it in short center field, maybe a little towards shortstop.
Adding to his rebound chart right there. Going above the crowd, taking one off the top of the hoop.
Throw to first, it hits off from Cunningham, and he's pops up and heads over to second base. So you got that a guy that can extend the game standing at second. And Jake Krieger up to bat for Waupun.
You have to start with small victories, and that is get a run or two on the board so you can continue to play and then try and claw back.
He's going to miss inside. Yeah, I love watching Coleman pitch. He's a nice pitcher, good control normally of his pitching. He likes to own that inside part of the plate and he'll move it around, get you to chase some high heat. Good movement, a good location pitcher, good movement on his pitches. And, yeah, good, really solid pitcher. You don't know what you're going to have left when you get to this point of the tournament, but they only had to play 2 games to get here. It's fouled back. That is now 1-2.
Yeah, this Double-A regional here in Waupun started out originally as 6 teams. Dropped to 5.
They kind of steal one from us and send them over to Beaver Dam.
They
because,
did, yeah. I think
they both had 4 teams instead of a 3 and a 5.
I think Plymouth dropped out, and then they moved the Dells over to Beaver Dam, and Beaver Dam was supposed to be 6. And they had, they ended up with 3 of those 6 teams dropping out. Legion baseball, not quite what it used to be.
No, it's not. It's not as strong.
Years ago, it was, you know, the main activity for people in the summer.
It's going to miss, so second walk of the inning issued now to Jake Krieger. Puts runners at first and second with 1 down, and Trey Schmidt steps to the plate. With a fielder's choice back in the 3rd inning, and also had a 2-run double back in the 1st inning. That shot right down the line on the left field side. That's hit out towards the right field on the first pitch, and it's going to drop in. Krieger has to wait to see if it's going to get caught, and then has to extend that right arm to get to the base before the throw gets into second base. Now base is loaded for Waupun.
Trey Schmidt just continues his hot hitting.
Yes. Yeah, all over the field too. I've seen it, you know, some of it's out to left field. I really like the ones he's hit out to right field. Some really nice line drives yesterday. Numerous line drives out to right field. So bases are loaded. You got Evan Sauer, good guy to have at the plate for you right now. A called strike. Look back, didn't agree. Thought that was a little high and tight.
Fun. Looking to play on past this inning.
There's a slow roller up the line. It's going to be a tough play right there, and they get the out at first base. But they do bring a run in for Waupun, and they extended the game with that run coming in from Cunningham.
Yeah, didn't want to get run ruled. Give them credit for that. They're fighting back.
Would like to see Evan make it up to first base and really make it interesting. But now it's 2 outs on the board and still got guys out there. That was a nice pitch. Inside part of the plate into Brennan Rudiker. No offer. Brennan so far has struck out and has flown out in the ball game. That one over the brim of his helmet. Makes the count 1-1.
opened this inning talking about Riley Coleman and how great he's been over the last few innings, and now he's lost it a little bit, lost his focus.
Well, the problem is he has to sit so long during the innings when his team's batting. Because
batting 12 guys in one inning.
Yeah.
And then
lose your little mojo.
As I said, sometimes with big leads, you just mentally relax a little bit.
Ooh, nice pitch there. High tight, a swing and a miss. And Waupun does put a run across the plate, but only one run, but trailing by 9, so that forces at least a 6th inning. We'll have that for you right after this on Radio Plus and Jeff's live stream.
Auto policy from American Family Insurance, no matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because you'll feel totally protected with the right auto coverage. Plus, you'll save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home with our expert agents. American Family Insurance.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your state of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch. Everyone's favorite buffet.
Okay, Steve and Randy with you here for the top half of inning number 6. Wasn't sure if we're going to see that, but Waupun did get a run to make it just a 9-run deficit right now. Campbellsport has to go another inning at the very least. If they don't get a run, they'll have to go a few innings with Waupun. Number 9 in the batting order, Trent Schludweiler is up to bat now, and this is his 4th at bat. He's had a single. He's grounded out a couple times. And top of the order with Jace Gable and Cullen Rice. There's another called strike, no offer from Schludweiler.
Single and scored his last at-bat. Part of that 5-inning scoring burst.
This one's popped in the infield behind the catcher. Nagel giving chase and not bring it in. Dejected Otis went back in the kind of looked and put his head down and walked back in the dugout after he saw that.
Nothing's going right today.
Some of those days, that's all you can say. The other team has it and things aren't flowing our way. But a nice season, and these guys obviously a love for baseball. You're going to give up most of your summer to play Legion baseball. That's quite a commitment. This is a pop back, and it's going to make it out of play.
Off the roof of our National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth.
You get Cunningham and Sauer out there that came back to play that extra season, but they're both out there with full-time jobs.
Yes.
Central Cable and Hooper Construction. There's something that he's working for Cunningham. Nothing wrong with that, going out there and start making some money.
Hooper Construction was always known just for mostly the tree removal stuff and along power lines and that, but man, they've expanded. The place is massive now.
I think he mentioned plumbing is what he's.
Yeah, they are. They're into
learning.
Electrical, plumbing. You know, they do.
That's his specialty. He said is learning the plumbing trade.
I think some street construction, along with the original.
Bouncer over to shortstop. That is picked up by Sauer. Throws it across the field, and they do get the out. Good job by Potrat stretching out to get that one.
Potrat's needed every inch of his.
Yeah.
He must be about a 6-foot kid, I would think. He needed
Yeah.
every inch of that to snag that in the top webbing of his glove.
Chase Gable coming up now. He's had a couple of hits in the ball game, 2 for 3. Walked back in the 4th inning. He scored 3 times. So definitely filling in the spot of his teammate Kyler Bowe. Hopefully Kyler's feeling all right. Started out the day was sick, and he was their leadoff batter all the way through this, and had a 3 for 3 game yesterday, but was ill this morning, so he can't play. And good job taking that top spot in the batting order by Gable, doing the same thing. Set out towards right center field. Nice hit. And heading over to second base now is Jace Gable. So just getting it in. So a 1-out double off the bat of Gable. 3rd hit of the ball game.
Hopefully he didn't eat any food here at the concessions, and maybe that's part of the plan. Feed him something. Reminds me of a Bob Euchre story when he was on Johnny Carson. They asked him, how do you help your little leaguer if he's not in the starting lineup? He said, well, bring him over for a meal.
We'll bounce over to Krieger. He's going to throw to first base and gets the out. Keeps the runner over at second base. Oh, nice job by Landon Richter coming in, and some nice relief here for Waupun.
Uke said, yeah, son, have the kid come over to your house and feed him a bad meal so he's sick the next day, so your kid can get into the lineup. That's
maybe how he got his break as a kid. Yeah, that was, boy, how lucky are we that we had Bob Euchre for decades and decades, since the 70s, as our regular Milwaukee Brewer announcer. It's just, we were so fortunate.
50 plus years.
He was the reason people turned the radio on and listened to games back in the day, and even when they could watch it on TV. This is going to make it out to the warning track, and they are going to score a run. It makes it another 10-run lead now for Campbell Sports. So it'll force Waupun to have to score in the 6th inning. Got to score anyway, because you got to start chipping in if you have any prayer at all.
That ball by Brody Nolan just continued to carry and carry.
Yeah, he just got underneath it just enough where it didn't clear the fence.
Everybody for Campbell Sport, just that right now, they're hitting balls where Waupun is not.
That brings up Ty Sashin up to bat. He's got a couple of hits so far in the ball game, 2 for 3.
Yeah, good old school radio listening. I think baseball is the best, but there's other sports as well. But Euchre was one of the greats.
Yeah, it was fun to listen to him.
You mentioned we were blessed with that. You have Matt LePay as well with the Wisconsin.
Amazing. There's nobody better out there than Matt LePay. He's
football. Yeah, he does other sports, but yeah, he's really good at Badger football.
It makes it feel like a Saturday if you turn the radio on and you're outside doing something outside on a crisp Saturday morning, and about 11 o'clock or so, and all of a sudden there's Matt LePay on the radio, and like, wow, now I'm ready, let's go. Crank up the radio. This is hit high in the air out towards left field. Sauer giving chase, getting called off, and that is hauled in for the out, but not before Campbellsport comes up with a run, and now they have tied this thing, or not, I should say, got back up to 13. And with that 1 run in, and now a 10-run lead they have over Waupun, and Waupun needs to score again here in the 6th inning to extend the game. We'll see if they can do that coming up next on Radio Plus.
There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of all of our young athletes and what they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones Investments is a proud supporter of sports. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor for your investment needs today by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIP.
Jim Irwin. And we are back. Trying to think of old Packer announcers here, and just Randy said, who's the one before? We had Wayne Larrabee, Justin mentioned, and of course he throws some hockey guys at us, which he knows is way out of our wheelhouse. So Justin's got us on that one, but yeah, it's nothing better than a good sports announcer. That we've been blessed with great ones in this state. We talked about Eddie Doucette, Jim Irwin. Hard hit ball by. That's off the glove of the left fielder, and Richter rounds first, and you'll stay right there. But put a charge in the ball, and not an easy attempt there for Zimdahl out there. Goes off his glove, and Fine gets a leadoff runner again and has to score a run to extend this ball game. The other Landon up now, Landon Potratz. Yeah, then we're going to have to take a break for a few weeks, and then it's all going to be football and my favorite things to call volleyball, too. So I love calling volleyball and basketball, and I think I'm pretty excited about the football season coming up. New coach for the volleyball team.
That's right.
So that is exciting stuff.
Someone with a lot of experience here in the Waupun area.
Two-time state champion setter for Waupun back in about 2003 and 4, I think. Maybe 4 and 5. And safe.
Ball loose.
Back in 2004 and 5, that was with Amanda Hopp is the new coach, and I can't wait to see how Amanda does. I know she's a very intense player. She was a great setter for Waupun, and she was also a very good, you don't always get a very good blocking setter, and she was. She would kind of crouch way down with her hands almost touching the floor, and then she'd bring her hands up and just explode up and go up there and block along with a. And she played with some very nice players with Brittany Dogner and Holly and Lindsay, Lindsay Butine, Holly Visser at the time, now Holly Marwitz. They were loaded.
A lot of D1 players there, yes.
Yeah, they had the one team where they had 5 girls that wanted to play college volleyball. As numerous players did out of the Waupun program. Keith Milkowski just an amazing job. 11 state championships in 15 years and 2 runners-up. And numerous girls got free rides to college because of it.
2-2 the count on Potratz. Swings through that fastball.
Now 2 down. I just 1 down on the board. Just 1 down and a runner at second base. Trying to get that guy across the plate to try to see a 7th, but a lot more work than that to be done. Benton Nagel coming up to bat. Yeah, I could talk volleyball all night. Covered that since about 92 when they first made their first run at getting to state. Won the first one in 93. 5-year run from 01 to 05.
Wasn't much video action back then. It was all radio for you.
It was all radio.
You had to have been one of the initial people in the state or maybe in the country actually calling.
Back then, for sure, I was. There
was very few people that did volleyball play-by-play.
We played a lot of it, so we have definitely played a lot of years of it around here and around the tournaments around the area. So and then my family had my daughter-in-law, a D1 volleyball player, 6 foot, Bridget Wooderhack, Bridget Nickel back in the day. And Holly, of course, my niece, went to UW Green Bay, and she played with Brittany Dogner and Lindsay Butine, who went to Alabama. Nikki Dogner, Dickie Van Beek, she went down to Illinois, Chicago, but only went 1 year because went 1 year, but had that scholarship to go there. She was the setter also for a couple years for Waupun. Yeah, you could go right down the list. Megan Peterson. Also
Buckles.
Buckles,
Yeah, she was a good one. North Carolina.
Went to North Carolina, and Megan went over to Purdue.
Martha Meyer going to Marquette.
Yeah, she was the first one, the original. Trudy Vanderberg. I could go right down the list on those.
Trudy Vanderberg coaches in the
She's a
Ivy
coach.
League now.
Yeah, she's
the
a
head
D1
coach.
Volleyball coach. And
there's
a line drive, try to double them up, and they do, and that is the end of the ball game. Waupun's going to end this one and end their season right here on their home field against a very good Campbellsport team. Give them all the credit. Great pitching out there. Impressive performance by Riley Coleman. And up and down their batting order, they've got a lot of production from everybody up and down. What was a close game to start with, but they win the game 13-3 in 6 innings. And you just want to give a few numbers, Randy. We'll just make this kind of a quick, so everybody can get to the pools and to the golf course and everything else. Do whatever they're going to do.
Yeah, congratulations to Campbellsport. I guess Gable scored 4 times in this game. Cullen Rice scored 3 times in this game, and Gage Coleman scored twice. Several other guys scored once, obviously, with the 13 runs. And then for Waupun, Ethan Cunningham scored twice in this game, and Jake Krieger scored once. That's the only way they had 3 runs. And a lot of guys taking the collar again today with no hits. Cunningham led them with, he was 2 of 2 in the game. But, yeah, not a lot of offensive stats for Waupun. And, again, you said nice season. Comes to a sad ending, but it was a good season. And congratulations to Campbellsport.
Yeah, good luck in the state tournament coming up on Friday up in New London. Ethan Cunningham, thanks for coming back along with Evan Sauer. You guys did a great job, added to the team and got that extra year. All the guys that are old enough to be done because they graduated. Landon Richter, I don't know if he's might be the one guy that can come
he
back.
Is. I was told he's the last, the one person that would be the senior that's young enough to have that option.
Yeah, Brian Ferris, he is done with his career in Waupun. Jay Krieger done with his career. Just those 2 amazing athletes right there. Enjoyed watching them play on the basketball court and also here on the baseball diamond. They will be missed. Landon Potratz, what a great leader, overcoming an injury his senior year in the football season, and got to get on the basketball court and some nice moments during his high school and then Legion career. Landon Potratz will be missed, and that might be the end of our list here. But again, a lot of, it's Waupun. You're always going to reload every year. There's a lot of great players coming up yet. So cupboard is not empty for Waupun, and they're going to be, great again coming up next season. Want to thank Scotty Van Galen. Does a great job as the PA announcer here, and get a chance to see him. Justin Schwartzmiller doing the video switching from Jeff's live stream. And thanks for joining us here as we wrap up the Legion season. We'll talk to you again during the volleyball and football seasons coming up here in just a few weeks. Have yourself a great weekend. Enjoy the warm weather. Get swimming somewhere. Get out to the golf course and just have a great rest of the weekend. Waupun losing 13-3. That's it. Here from the Gus and Waupun.
Andy with us here at the Other Bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Be playing this week. Stop into the Other Bar in celebration of the EAA, Andy, right?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. EAA is going on this week. You can guarantee that they're going to stop in here. We'll be here from 11 to 9 with our kitchen. So, absolutely. EAA travelers, we welcome you all in and stop in and see what we got going on.
Brewers baseball, they are playing really well. Catch the games on the TVs down here, my friend.
Yeah, they're a hot ticket. But yes, we got all kinds of TVs. You can guarantee the Brewer game will be on. We got 16 tap lines to watch the games with beer, and we've got a whole rail of different spirits to go along with it.
The selection here is just outstanding. Everything from the cans to the taps to the bottles back there, and the mixers are flying too.
Absolutely. You'll have to stop in. Like I said, we got 16 different lines, and believe it or not, we're in July, and I've got Oktoberfests that are starting to come in. I've got one on the line now, so you'll have to stop in and see what we've got going on.
Andy, have a great week. Stay cool, my friend.
Absolutely. Thanks, Nick.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance, no matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because you'll feel totally protected with the right auto coverage. Plus, you'll save up to 23% when you bundle auto and home with our expert agents. American Family Insurance.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact me, Agent Christine File, at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun, or call 920-324-3488 today.
The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. With a redesigned, fully customizable cargo box and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit Ballweg Implement, Highway 68 West Waupun and Ballweg Turf and Leisure North Spring Street in Beaver Dam. Just have to get in the seat with Ballweg Implement.
Sometimes life gets muddled. At the Britton House in Waupun, you can count on it garnished with an orange twist. With muddled old fashions, third-pound burger Thursdays, fish fried Fridays, Saturday night prime rib combos, and Sunday brunch, the Wisconsin Supper Club tradition is alive and serving in Waupun. Turn off the phone and turn on to 735 South Watertown Street in Waupun for an evening outside of the stresses of the work week. The Britton House in Waupun. Like and follow on Facebook.
Have you got your ducks in a row these days? Probably a great idea to call Allphase.
Bucky, that was pretty great. However, not those ducks. Your air ducts. Hi, this is Jackie with Allphase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Dust allergens and even mold could be hiding in your air conditioning ducts. Your dryer vent could be clogged too. It's best to get them cleaned now. One of our most trusted brands is American Standard. Call 920-763-2301 or log on to allphasecomforts.com.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today. This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Say cheese! If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Chocolate, coffee, popcorn, ice cream. That's all that needs to be said about Guth's candy. But Steve and Katie Guth offer much more than your favorite confectionery cravings. Hundreds of decadent handcrafted creations and classic candy faves are swirled together in a casual cafe for long talks, guiltless indulgences, and hot refills. Guth's Candy, corner of Highway 49 and 151 Waupun. Order your Guth favorites online for a sweet surprise at guthscandy.com. Guth's Candy in Waupun, a chocolate legacy 4 generations strong.
Holman Auto is very blessed to have served our local communities for 50 years. From a small used car store with 4 employees to 5 locations and over 100 employees, we would like to thank our many customers and our communities for the past 50 years. Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Waupun, Holman Chevrolet in Waupun, Holman Ford and Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ripon, Holman Chevrolet GMC in Ripon, and the location where we began 50 years ago, Home and Value Center in Waupun. Thank you for allowing us to serve you, our customers, our friends, for the last 50 years. And we look forward to the next 50 years. Home and Auto, great selection, award-winning service, low prices, and a relaxed buying atmosphere. We make you feel at home at Home and Auto Group in Waupun and Ripon, serving you for 50 years and counting.
New ownership, same customer service tradition. Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving Waupun and its surrounding areas for over 50 years. New owners Luke and Logan Gans are longtime employees of Verhaeg's Furniture and are committed to continue serving the furniture, accessory, and mattress needs of Waupun and the surrounding areas. Bringing you exceptional quality from Ashley Furniture, Lazy Boy, Tempur-Pedic, Puffy Mattress, and many more top brands from their store to your home. Verhaeg's Furniture, 806 West Main Street, Waupun. Quality brands for affordable prices.
Hello, back pain sufferers. This is Dr. Randall Blahoviak with New Med Integrated Healthcare. Are you struggling to find a solution for the constant neck and back pain that's keeping you from enjoying life? Maybe you're wondering if you should go the medical route, or maybe you're even thinking about giving chiropractic a try. Well, now you don't have to decide between the two. At New Medical Center in Waupun, you can have the best of both worlds. Let our team of experienced medical professionals and chiropractors design a treatment plan to get you back to living a pain-free life. The healthcare team at New Medical Center will assess your condition and give you a combination of options, both medical and chiropractic, to choose from. With over 30 years of experience treating back pain, you can be assured that the team at New Medical Center will discover and address the source of your pain. Don't waste another minute trying the same old failed strategies. Let New Medical Center help get you back to living your best pain-free life. Call New Medical Center now at 920-324-9899. That's 920-324-9899. Or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch. Everyone's favorite buffet.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun. There has never been a better time to shop Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen is featuring a fashionable selection of furniture and flooring. That means remarkable savings on name brand furniture, top quality name brands at special competitive prices. You'll get the taste, quality, and personalized service that has separated the Werner Harmsen name from the best. Find their showroom in downtown Waupun. Werner Harmsen Furniture and Total Flooring. Taste, service, selection. It's worth the drive to beautiful downtown Waupun.
Andy with us here at the Other Bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Be plain this week. Stop into the Other Bar in celebration of the EAA, Andy, right?
Yeah, there's a lot going on. EAA is going on this week. You can guarantee that they're going to stop in here. We'll be here from 11 to 9 with our kitchen. So, absolutely. EAA travelers, we welcome you all in and stop in and see what we got going on.
Brewers baseball, they are playing really well. Catch the games on the TVs down here, my friend.
Yeah, they're a hot ticket. But yes, we got all kinds of TVs. You can guarantee the Brewer game will be on. We got 16 tap lines to watch the games with beer, and we've got a whole rail of different spirits to go along with it.
You know, the selection here is just outstanding. Everything from the cans to the taps to the bottles back there, and the mixers are flying too.
Absolutely. You'll have to stop in. We got, like I said, we got 16 different lines, and believe it or not, we're in July, and I've got Oktoberfests that are starting to come in. I've got one on the line now, so you'll have to stop in and see what we've got going on.
Andy, have a great week. Stay cool, my friend.
Absolutely. Thanks, Nick.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of all of our young athletes and what they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones Investments is a proud supporter of sports. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor for your investment needs today by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Make fast work of spreading manure with an H&S Top Shot V-Style manure spreader from H&S Manufacturing. Available in 1286, 1500, 2000, 2600, 3400, and 4200 gallon sizes. H&S has a V-Style manure spreader to fit your farm. The right-hand size discharge of the Top Shot is capable of spreading a variety of material from liquids to most pen pack styles of manure. See Waupun Equipment Company today for a tough quality built H&S manure spreader by the best by H&S.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
It's the Customer Appreciation Mega Sale now at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Pork, baby back ribs, buy one, get one free. Deals on Sprite. Coca-Cola, buy two, get two free. Deals on tortilla chips, pretzels, or puff corn. Great deals on Kemp's ice cream, Piggly Wiggly water, Kemp's milk, and more. It's the Customer Appreciation Mega Sale now, all this week at Waupun's Piggly Wiggly. Shop the pig.
Ballwig Implement is your John Deere Gator headquarters with a full inventory of new John Deere Gators for every interest and need and special deals. Now through July 31st, take advantage of cash off or low rate financing for qualified applicants on the Gator of your dreams. A variety of models for 2 to 4 passengers, up to 1,000 pound cargo capacity, 2, 4, or 6-wheel drive, and lots of attachments for fun and to get the work done. See the models and options that work for you. Ballwig Implement in Waupun and Beaver Dam, your full-line John Deere dealer and John Deere Gator headquarters.
Have you got your ducks in a row these days? Probably a great idea to call Allphase.
Lucky, that was pretty great. However, not those ducks. Your air ducts. Hi, this is Jackie with Allphase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Dust allergens and even mold could be hiding in your air conditioning ducts. Your dryer vent could be clogged too. It's best to get them cleaned now. One of our most trusted brands is American Standard. Call 920-763-2301 or log on to allphasecomforts.com.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Say cheese. If you cringe when it's time to smile, come to Dentistry of Wisconsin in Beaver Dam and Waupun to make your grin big, bright, and beautiful. They can help with impactful solutions like implants, bridges, orthodontics like Sure Smile clear aligners. And if you're looking for simple smile enhancers, they offer tooth whitening and veneers. Give Dentistry of Wisconsin a call in Beaver Dam at 887-2112 or their Waupun office at 324-3881. You can also visit them online at dentistryofwisconsin.com.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Chocolate, coffee, popcorn, ice cream. That's all that needs to be said about Guth's Candy. But Steve and Katie Guth offer much more than your favorite confectionery cravings. Hundreds of decadent handcrafted creations and classic candy faves are swirled together in a casual cafe for long talks, guiltless indulgences, and hot refills. Guth's Candy, corner of Highway 49 and 151, Waupun. Order your Guth favorites online for a sweet surprise at guthscandy.com. Guth's Candy in Waupun, a chocolate legacy 4 generations strong.
Holman Auto is very blessed to have served our local communities for 50 years. From a small used car store with 4 employees to 5 locations and over 100 employees, we would like to thank our many customers and our communities for the past 50 years. Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Waupun, Holman Chevrolet in Waupun, Holman Ford and Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ripon, Holman Chevrolet GMC in Ripon, and the location where we began 50 years ago, Holman Value Center in Waupun. Thank you for allowing us to serve you, our customers, our friends, for the last 50 years. And we look forward to the next 50 years. Holman Auto, great selection, award-winning service, low prices, and a relaxed buying atmosphere. We make you feel at home at Holman Auto Group in Waupun and Ripon, serving you for 50 years and counting.
Hello, back pain sufferers. This is Dr. Randall Blahoviak with New Med Integrated Healthcare. Are you struggling to find a solution for the constant neck and back pain that's keeping you from enjoying life? Maybe you're wondering if you should go the medical route, or maybe you're even thinking about giving chiropractic a try. Well, now you don't have to decide between the two. At New Medical Center in Waupun, you can have the best of both worlds. Let our team of experienced medical professionals and chiropractors design a treatment plan to get you back to living a pain-free life. The healthcare team at New Medical Center will assess your condition and give you a combination of options, both medical and chiropractic, to choose from. With over 30 years of experience treating back pain, you can be assured that the team at New Medical Center will discover and address the source of your pain. Don't waste another minute trying the same old failed strategies. Let New Medical Center help get you back to living your best pain-free life. Call New Medical Center now at 920-324-9899. That's 920-324-9899. Or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-334-5887. That's 920-344-5887 for Torres Tree Service of Waupun. Sometimes life gets muddled. At the Britton House in Waupun, you can count on it garnished with an orange twist, with muddled old fashions, third-pound burger Thursdays, fish fried Fridays, Saturday night prime rib combos, and Sunday brunch. The Wisconsin Supper Club tradition is alive and serving in Waupun. Turn off the phone and turn on to 735 South Watertown Street in Waupun for an evening outside of the stresses of the work week. The Britton House in Waupun. Like and follow on Facebook.
New ownership, same customer service tradition. Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving Waupun and its surrounding areas for over 50 years. New owners Luke and Logan Gans are longtime employees of Verhaeg's Furniture and are committed to continue serving the furniture, accessory, and mattress needs of Waupun and the surrounding areas, bringing you exceptional quality